Just done with my grinding for the day and thought I'd bring you guys a quickie on how to use your gamepad to play poker. Yeah, that's right, your gamepad, the one that you're usually sitting in front of your TV playing whatever random game you play on the consoles these days. I don't have a console, but I do have a controller for one, and that's for this reason. I think it's an awesome way to play poker. It gives kind of a better feel, I think, plus you have some added hand health benefits to it. I've had a ton of problems with my wrists, not because I've been playing too much poker, but because I used to juggle, but you know, that's a whole different story. Let's not go there. You basically need two programs. You need Xpadder and you need Table Ninja. If you don't know Table Ninja, really, you're missing out. Get it? It's awesome. It maps the features of PokerStars' software to certain keys on your keyboard, and that's totally customizable. So you can go like, okay, I want to bet on my D button, or maybe I want to bet on Control, Shift, and D. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so this is Camtasia. Shit, I screwed that up. Okay, maybe I just want to do it with Control and D, and that's gonna work out fine. Okay, cool. But I personally prefer just to be one buttons instead of combinations. But you can go with combinations. That allows you to use your keyboard normally for chatting purposes and whatnot. Whereas just having single keystrokes really screws that up a little bit. But whatever. I'm gonna post a quick walkthrough, I suppose you could say, of how I've set up my Table Ninja. But if that's not super interesting to you, you can also just check out the official documents. There's a huge link in the Table Ninja software right here. Can't miss it, which basically goes through how to set it up. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I'm just going to tell you exactly which features I consider to be really important. You want the basic ones when you're going to use a gamepad. The bet, call, check, fold buttons. You also want the bet sizing, the up, down, the increment bet and the decrement. Decrement? I don't know how to pronounce that. Same problem every video. These two features. I also recommend that you get it by the small blind, because that helps you customize it to exactly what you want it to be, and that's really important. You also want table control when you're using your gamepad. So you want to be able to cycle to first in line. You want to be able to cycle forwards and cycle backwards. I've just used these keys, but you can use whatever you want. Remember, it's going to be on your gamepad at the end of the day, so it really doesn't matter if it's control plus multiply, or it's just multiply, or it's any number of macros you could think about. You also want to be able to set up the pot betting to roughly 50% roughly 50% on the flop, turn, and river, because you don't want to be holding your up buttons all day long. So it's pretty cool to have it set around that. As far as fixed bets goes, I really recommend you get all of these big blind bets. Like, use all 4 of them. Maybe not exactly for 2 and 2.11, 2.25 and 2.5, but for whatever amounts that you normally like to bet, have them here. It's a really awesome feature. And of course the all-in button, gotta have that. That goes without saying. Other important features, oh yeah, the register for tournament, I don't really, that's not important. You can have this customized sit and go betting hotkey where it takes into account the amount of limpers and the blind level. That's also a pretty cool feature. I like to use that as well. Yeah. So basically, once you got Table Ninja set up, you're going to want to set up Xpadder correctly. Now, you do that by plugging in the controller that you're going to use. I recommend that you get a wired one, because I've heard some guys have issues with the wireless ones, but you know, whatever. If you have the wireless ones, it's probably going to work out fine, because Xpadder is an awesome piece of software. So I wouldn't be too worried about having to go invest in some new wired controllers. I think it should be able to work out, but if you get the wired ones, you're virtually home free from the get-go, because that stuff works right out of the box. So you get Xpadder, you get your controller, you plug it in, and you need to run Xpadder as admin. So you right-click it and run it as admin. I just forgot to say that. It says something else here, but that's because I'm Danish, so you're going to have to live with that.